Hey everybody, and welcome to Module 2. Woo! You made it through the first. Just as a reminder, for your assignments, you have Assignment 1, Assignment 2, and Assignment 3. They're all due by midnight tonight, so please do not forget that. All right, we're going to start discussing editing. Our learning objectives is explain the basic edit terms, demonstrate the ability to edit, and be able to explain frame rate. These are all things you should be able to do by the end of this module. So that's the goal. All right. Much like module 1, we have lectures here. Please watch these in order. So this is kind of the overall what editing is lecture, and then this one's some edit terms, good to watch, kind of a fun one. And then Walter Murch is kind of like one of the he's edited a lot of great films, so he talks about his approach to editing. So these two are a little bit shorter, shouldn't take you very long. Okay, and then watch these in order as well. I'm going to give you a Premiere Pro tutorial, and then discuss export settings in audio, and then another one that's a little bit on the settings and aspect ratio. So watch these in order as well, and when we get to the assignments, they're down there as well, and they're in order. So this is a good watch, but not required, about Star Wars and how editing saved it. So it's worth your time. It's worth a watch. If you plan on making film part of your career, it's a good watch. Okay, so you got your lectures. You will have two shorter assignments. The first is to pick a film and just discuss the edit with it. After you watch the lecture, a lot of this will make sense, but is it too fast, too slow, quick cut, slow? Is there jump cuts, anything like that? You're kind of picking out what you see, something that you really like, and then if you want to post a link to the scene, that's fine as well. So really, that's all you need is a scene. You don't need to watch a whole movie, and it can be one you have seen before, and that you just want to go back and analyze the edit. So write 2 paragraphs, roughly 10 sentences about the scene. Why did they cut? Where they cut? What made it work? So again, don't do this until you've watched the lectures, because I'm wanting you to discuss it as though you know what the terminology is. Okay, so don't just watch something and be like, wow, this is really amazing. It kept my attention and I thought it was just awesome. Okay, that's not what we're going for. I want you to talk about the specific cuts, how they worked, why they work, pacing, things like that. And then count how many cuts are in the scene and the number of shots used. Now, sometimes it can get a little bit tricky if there's a lot of movement, things like that. But sometimes they're cutting back to the same shot. So, look for the shot that was used. That might be easier to count first and then go back and count the cuts, to just give you an idea of how many setups there are. Okay, and then part 2, briefly explain as best you can Walter Murch's 6-tiered approach to finding the right cut. A couple sentences per term showing you understand the concept will be acceptable. So a couple sentences per term, that lets me know you understand what he's saying. A couple of them are tricky, but if you watch that video he did, it kind of goes over it. All right, and then assignment 5, I just want you to watch these 2 videos on frame rate, and then just respond. This doesn't have to be much, that you watch them and you understand them. That's kind of all I need here. You don't need to go into detail, and just that you understand how to adjust frame rate on your device is kind of what I'm going for, because we always want to shoot in 24 frames per second. So watch those, make sure they make sense. Okay, now the bigger part of what you'll be doing is you have 2 edits to do. So the first is what I call the eagle edit. This is the most basic edit you could ever do. Um, I've been using this assignment probably 7 different universities. Even online, students are able to figure this out on their own. So if you are intimidated, and I say this because editing was the thing that I won't say scared me the most, but intimidated me the most. We could say, because I don't love technology. I don't actually love staring at computers. So, but editing gets really fun. It's kind of like telling a story, putting a puzzle together. You're doing like detective work. It's a lot of things rolled up in one. So be prepared that editing can get time consuming. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in you can be working on it and get so into it and enjoying it so much that you look down, you're like, I've been doing this for 6 hours. Um, now, the Eagle edit should not be like that because it's pretty straightforward. So go in these steps. You'll, again, I have the video that shows it, but you'll download the footage here. It'll zip it, so you'll have to unzip this after you download it, but I'm going to assume you all know how to download. Um, Here is a student example that I would probably say earned an A. I'm very generous on this because for this edit, I want you to just get the process of getting footage, editing it together, and turning it in. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for effort. So I would not watch this and then copy it. That's not what I'm wanting you to do. This is here if you're just like, okay, I got done. Now let me see what another student did. Okay, so it's just there to give you help. So that way you don't have to send me a footage and be like, is this good? You could watch this and no. So you will download both of these. I do have narration and then there's some music. I want you to try and layer in some music if you can. Okay, so you'll download the footage. Then the next step is to watch the tutorial that I provide. This is the link to it, and I provide it uh, on the content page as well in the module. And then step 3, you'll kind of either edit along with me or watch it and then edit. You're going to add black screen. So here is a link how to do that. And then you'll add the title over that black screen of your name and the class. That's how you do it. Then watch these 2 videos on export settings and fine tuning the audio. So now go back and fine tune your edit. Okay. Follow the steps that are here and then you'll submit your video. This is what I'm looking for. Does the video match the narration? If the narration is talking about baby eagles, I should be seeing baby eagles. If it's talking about the food that they eat, I should be seeing them eat food. Is it smooth pacing? Is it not too fast, not too slow? And the main thing is, there's you'll see the narration when you bring it into your timeline. There's kind of these large gaps. So the narrator says something like, "The bald eagles are America's largest bird." Pause, 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 pause. The bald eagle could be mostly found in Alaska, right? So it's finding that pacing between what the narrator is talking about, so that doesn't seem too fast, doesn't seem too slow, that there's a nice balance to it. Uh, don't use shaky or out of focus shots in the B-roll. When you look through it, there's moments, it's just photographers, videographers getting shots of eagles. So, not every second of the shot is perfect, but don't use the not perfect moments. And then do you have a title and a black screen? Okay. So that's due on the 19th and 50 points. You can do it. Don't let it intimidate you. Just go through the steps. Did I give you the dates? Yeah, those are 19th as well, these assignments. So um, before two is I have 2 links here for you. One is for Premiere Pro, which again costs money. I think it's like a subscription. I don't know, for students, I want to say between $20 and $30. This is free software. And this is industry standard. This kind of is. I mean, some people use it. And I don't, I mean, some people could argue it's industry standard one. It's one people are using. in my company, it was always Premiere. But anyway, what you can do is set up DaVinci when you get it, which is free. You can set it up. I believe it asks you, I've never used it, but I'm told by students, it asks you, do you want it to be configured so it looks like Premiere? So all editing software is similar. Some have more bells and whistles, some are better, obviously. Um, and then but the interface is the only thing that's really different. The terminology is the same. Like a cut is a cut. You just got to figure out how on your software where that cut is, what the shortcut keys are, or anything like that. So because everybody's using something slightly different, it's hard for me to tell you exactly. So I show you the Premiere version, and then you can kind of do it along with it because the principles apply to whatever you're using. So again, I would recommend this if you don't want to pay. Under resources, I think I have another free editing software if you want to use that, but it's probably way simpler, but it leaves a watermark. Okay, so there's the links for that. After you do that one, your next will be a scene. Um, you'll get it the same way. There's, ooh, I don't know what that, wait, those are there. Those look just like copies we don't need. So it looks like somebody, sometimes students, when they can't upload, like they're having issues, sometimes they drop it in there as just a way of sharing it with me. So here is the footage. This is a fun horror scene, and don't worry, it's the least scary thing that's ever been made. It's more of, you'll be laughing. It's so silly. Here's the script. You will edit along to the script. Make sure everything is accounted for. All right. So some people leave moments out. It's kind of the other odd thing with this is you really need to watch the footage because some of it, I think it might be this one. So this is free footage from a company that did like just basically wanting to teach students how to edit. My internet is moving very slow. So one thing to note is that they have multiple shots baked in to this one video, right? So you need to kind of scrum through all of the footage to make sure um, it's all accounted for, right? So don't just think like, oh, I'm going to get the best take of this wide shot and that's all there is. You kind of got to look through a lot of this footage and make sure you're getting everything. And yeah, I know there's like some of it, this is just free content that was created. Like there's times
What do
where
you
you
mean?
can see like the camera people over there, like in the shots. So this is not stuff that was made to be, perfect. So what I'm looking for is effort and um, creating tension. Um, can you make it exciting? Again, watch the lectures before you start. Um, I can meet with you online if you're having any issues. Uh, and this is everybody's kind of first scene. So the Eagle edit really isn't a scene; it's just footage and narration. Um, so there's a chase scene and a dialogue scene. So for the chase, I'm looking for, you know, um, action, creating tension. You can add music. Sometimes adding that music in there will definitely help kind of pace the scene. And then there's a dialogue scene. So what I would say for the dialogue scene is don't just insert the wide shot and leave it at that. Build the scene. Who's in the room? Who is she talking to? Insert some reaction shots if you can. You don't always have to. Here's the other thing: if like for a reaction shot, you don't have to wait for them to say action. If there's a moment where there's good reaction, you can use it. Again, watch the lectures first. Read the script before you start the edit. Make sure to add 5 seconds of black before your video so that it has your name on it. Again, there's the links how to add the black screen and text. Um, Watch your exported video before you submit, and that kind of goes for both. Um, Make sure that the Eagle edit and this one that everything is there when you before you upload it to me. And in fact, I would make these links and submit them as links instead of the actual video. Um, you can, I think they're wanting to get us away. I should have put that on there, but please, if you can, make them some kind of a link and send them to me. If you absolutely can or can't figure it out, just go ahead and uh, do it that way too. But please try and make it a link. And then going forward, I'm going to remember to put that in there. So grading, did you follow direction? Is there clear and balanced audio? Do you have 5 seconds of black screen? And again, I'm looking for effort. That's kind of the main thing. Like nobody's going to get this perfect on the first attempt. So you have a little bit longer for this one. I have till the 24th. So you got some time. This will keep you busy, this module. Please don't put it off to the end because it could be kind of harder to figure out how to do if you're trying to do it 10 minutes before everything is needing to get turned in. So good luck on everything. Please email me if you need to schedule a meeting or if you need help. I'm here for you. And rock and roll, you filmmakers. I'm excited to see what you do.